You're looking at two super cyber sleuths. They find evil and fight crime, computer crime. Ernie Liu and Marshall Heilman are part of the team at Mandiant, a global cybersecurity company. Liu and Heilman are based here at Mandiant's El Segundo office. And while these hacker trackers are on the side of good, they're paid by all sorts of companies all over the world to prove they can actually pretend to be the bad guy and hack into those businesses and steal their information. By identifying a company's weakness and tracing the malware backwards, they're able to prevent a real cyber attack, like what happened at Sony Pictures in Culver City last November, where hackers stole private data. Those attackers are widely believed to be backed by the North Korean government, which was furious at Sony for producing The Interview, a movie that depicts the assassination of leader Kim Jong-un. Mandiant is involved in the Sony investigation, although Heilman stays silent to protect Sony and the privacy of the many other companies they work with.
Cyber attack is where somebody who can be sitting anywhere in the world breaks into an organization. They take advantage of a website, for example, and they can get access to back-end database, so personal information about different people, information about the company, and so forth.
Who typically does these cyber attacks?
That's actually a difficult question to answer because we see in some cases nation states or foreign governments that we believe are behind the attacks. Sometimes we see teenagers are behind the attacks, other times it's rival corporations. So it really depends on the motive behind the attack.
Now I want to show you something really cool, information that was given to me by this company, a very secretive company. Take a look at this. This is a real-time live cyber threat map courtesy of FireEye. FireEye is a company that owns Mandiant and collects all this data. These are the cyber attacks that are going on worldwide, from the US to Europe to North Korea. If you can believe it, today alone there have been about 30,000 cyber attacks. And if you look more closely, the information gets even more specialized. If I were working in the field of education, energy, high tech, or government, I could be the victim of a cyber attack and in real trouble. While Mandiant remains silent on Sony during our interview, Ernie Liu did give me an exclusive look at one of their forensic labs. Take me through a case study. You talk about data, you talk about forensics. Explain to me what goes on with this investigation when you look into these companies that have been hacked.
We do collect data from, let's call it, the scene of the crime, where perhaps a client has been breached or they think they have a network security issue. We take a snapshot of that data, and that allows us to then comb through that data and perform analysis using some of the resources in this lab to try and piece together the story. Mandiant has a tool called Mandiant Intelligent Response that allows us to gather data from thousands and thousands of systems en masse and perform analysis on a broader scale.
How does the average Joe like myself get affected?
If there's a U.S. company where a nation state is attacking them and stealing trade secrets or gaining some kind of economic or political advantage, ultimately that affects you as a U.S. citizen.